Welcome to A Change in Story. Today's episode is a quick tip where we break down a mental health or personal development topic in 180 seconds to help you shift or reframe your perspective. Today's topic looks at the difference between self-care and coping and how both are beneficial but play different roles in helping to maintain well-being. To get right into it, one of the biggest differences between self-care and coping is that self-care tends to be more proactive while coping is more reactive. Meaning self-care is typically more planned and routine and can include things like maintaining a healthy sleep schedule, eating well, spending time with loved ones, and taking time to do things that you enjoy regularly. Coping, on the other hand, or using coping skills, is typically done in the moment to help manage stressors or intense emotions. So you might do a breathing exercise to help calm yourself down after a stressful interaction, or you might take a nap or go for a walk if you're feeling overwhelmed. Technically, you can say that coping or coping skills are a form of self-care, but self-care can also include more intentional and long-term strategies that help to create a foundation of wellness. So self-care is more than just what you're turning to in the moment. And this distinction can be important for two reasons. Number one, if we're only looking at self-care as an immediate fix, then we can miss out on a lot of its benefits. For example, a consistent self-care practice can contribute to things like reduced stress and less burnout, feeling more energized and productive, better immune functioning, and higher levels of happiness and contentment, as well as increased resilience and the ability to handle challenges. And with a higher degree of resilience, you might not be as bothered or overwhelmed by things like a change in deadline or running late to a meeting or a class, or you might even find that you have a sense of humor about things that used to really bother you. And you may not have to rely on coping quite as much. The second reason that distinguishing between coping and self-care can be helpful is because self-care has essentially blossomed into an entire industry, and we're often marketed things like massages, vacations, and even binging TV shows as forms of self-care. And while all of those things can be helpful in the short term and provide temporary relief or even an escape, if we're not also engaging in longer-term self-care, we're basically putting a Band-Aid on a bigger problem that's just going to keep popping up. If you're interested in incorporating more self-care habits or activities into your routine, it can sometimes be helpful to make a list of different things you want to try and schedule them in. Making a list might also show you that you could already be doing a lot of the things you wrote down, but maybe only sporadically or inconsistently. Or maybe they get easily pushed to the back burner. And having it written down might keep you more accountable. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening, and take care.